So today I will show you how I mix henna powder for hair. I use this powder that you can find on my website. It's a blend of powder that are not as fine as body art quality henna powders because there are little sticks left in the paste. So it's specifically for hair. So what you will need is, first of all, your henna powder, a large bowl to mix, and warm water. That's all you need to mix henna powder for hair. So the steps are really easy. So I will be applying the paste on my friend's hair, and she has rather thick hair, so I will use the whole pack, the whole 200-gram packs. So I'll just empty it all here. And then add the warm water. I like to add it little by little so there are less lumps. But since it's not to use like for body art, I don't mind if there are still little lumps because it's not going to clog the cone since we won't use a cone. So to mix, I usually use a spatula. The spatula I use exclusively for henna. That's why it stains. It's usually blue, so don't mind it. So I just mix as much as I can, and then I add water little by little until I have the desired consistency. So I now roughly mixed the paste. You can see it's still like not fully mixed, but I leave it out like that for the dye to release. So for this I will just cover it with a plastic sheet. In my case I will use this silicone lid that I usually put over henna so I don't waste a lot of plastic wrap. So I will just leave it out in a warm spot for 4 or 5 hours, and then I'll check to see if the dye has released and if it's ready to apply on the hair. For the application, you will need latex gloves just to protect your hands so they don't become orange, scissors to cut the tip of the icing bag, and the icing bag. You can only use your hands and not use the icing bag, but it's a messy process, so I like to use the icing bags just to apply the paste. You can also use this kind of brush to apply the henna and make sure the hairs are evenly coated, and apply the paste close to the roots. So now that the paste, the dye has released, I hope we can see the difference in color. But maybe not because the lighting, oh yeah, you can see like the outside is brown, so that means the dye has been released from the paste, so it's ready to use. So what I'll do is mix thoroughly once again and add more water so it becomes a much more liquid consistency to apply on the hair. So now that's the consistency I like. I usually mix it a bit more liquid than that for hair, but I decided I have enough paste that I know it will cover all the hair, so it's fine. Contrary to when you mix paste for body art, it's not a problem if there are little lumps in the hair. because you know there's no cone to clog, so it's fine. So to fill the carrot bag or the icing bag, what I'll do is cut the tip. Usually when it's for henna cones, I cut the tip thinner, but now it doesn't matter too much, so I'll put it big like that. So what I do is I spread it open in a glass like that, and then I pour the paste inside just so it holds it in place while I pour the paste. So it's important not to fill it too much, otherwise it will spill when you press it on it. I'll start with this amount and then add more if needed. Okay, c'est parti. So, first of all, for the application, don't forget your gloves or you will regret it. Also, for the applicator as well as the person that will get the henna applied, I really recommend wearing your ugly old clothes that you don't mind staining. I usually not wear such pale clothes, but since it's for a video, you know, I didn't want to be in my ugly pajamas, so I wore normal clothes. But I made sure she wears a very old shirt, and I also added an old towel around her neck so it doesn't get stained or it doesn't go down her shirt. So my friend is 23 but has some white hair that she is very concerned about. So she likes me to put henna on her hair to cover the white hair. So since she has really dark hair, I'd say dark brown, close to black, it will not show a lot, just a bit in the sun, you know, little highlights. And her white hair will be will turn like some kind of orange-red color. If you have pale brown hair, it will show more red or more orange, and if you have white hair, they will turn orange-red but really bright. So be careful when applying henna. It really depends on your base color. So first of all, I will section her hair. So as you can see, she has super thick hair. That's why I use that much paste. So we'll start by the neck and tie her hair up. So I will start by applying a large amount at the tip. So I will start by applying the amount close to the hair like that, a good amount, and then I use the little brush to make sure like it gets through every hair. What I like to do is add more and more until I feel the hair is really soaked, and go inside on the reverse side and cover that part also. So not only this way, but on that way also. So obviously this method is longer than just using your hands and like spreading the henna across the hair, but so if you want to do that, you can just take the paste from the bowl and apply it and then make sure every part of the hair is covered. But I wanted to show you this way, which I think covers the hair more evenly, but it's fine with the hands. I used to do it that way. hair is fully covered, I just tucked it on the front part, and I'm gonna apply a plastic wrap all over her head just to make sure it stays in place, and it helps keep the head moist and warm, so it gives a better stain. So thanks to the gloves, I managed to keep my hand fairly clean. So I will now apply the plastic wrap. I'll ask her to hold it here just to make sure it doesn't. Thank you, friend. So I put it quite tight just so there's no leaks. So now she's good to go, and usually I'd recommend like 4-6 hours before rinsing off the paste.